About us, OOP Mini Project team members, Zulaikha binti Abdullah, Mazrizal Abdullah, Muhammad Alzulkhairi bin Ali. Case study ideas, objective and mindset of the team. Employee performance management system have rational reason and purpose to make sure employees are engaged and happy, to provide employees with a clear career path, to take corrective action to determine how leadership can motivate and coach, and to improve the bottom line. The outcome of discussion in our group, the purpose that mentioned as previously very important to evaluate the employee in organization that want to become a professional company that have awareness about their employee rights and happiness during working. The employee performance management system that our team create have element equality for each employee in quality contribution for all employees. 2. Important criteria evaluation. The employee will be evaluated based on attendance, number of leave, OT commitment, and project contribution. Team members' contribution. Discuss and design the program structure. Zulaikha, think to make the program able to add multiple, help to complete the UML diagram with team, add on some function in this program and combine with team code. Give an idea and discuss. The program will create coding and manipulate the methods. Programs the whole mini project. Mazrizal, think about how to create one tools for HR to calculate employee contribution and performance for KPI bonus evaluation. Adding platform and structure position for method to be used and organize the system nicely. Discuss and give opinion regarding UML for the system and formula to be used for the mathematical issue involved. Make selection method to insert in the structure. Alzulkhairi, think about how to create one application administrator for company to evaluate performance based on employee contribution in company and equally to all. Create platform and structure position for method will be used such as assessor, use assessor method to easier calculate formula. Prepare documentation tasks. Description of the evaluation. Describing class dragon objective. Describing class and class attributes. Describing class constructor. Describing class methods. Connection between classes. Class diagrams objective. OOP concept used in EPMS mini project. Draw class diagrams about to classification the classes, attribute, constructor, and methods that will be used in the coding. A restricted form of aggregation. Describe the connection between classes that includes OOP methodology relies on three characteristics that define OOP language such as encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. Encapsulation refers to mechanisms that allow each object to have its own data and methods. Polymorphism refers to the capability of having methods with the same means and parameters types inhabit different behavior depending on the receiver. In other words, you can send the same message to two different objects and they can respond in different ways. Inheritance refers to the capability of defining a new class of objects that inherits from a parent class. New data elements and methods can be added to the new class. But the data elements and methods of the parent class are available for objects in the new class without rewriting their declaration.
Class attributes for the EPMS mini project. We have 4 classes. One is employee class, second attendance class, third allowance class, fourth is project class, and test employee is the main to run this program. For class constructor, we apply parameterized constructor to the all 4 classes that we have. This is the class method for the EPMS mini project system. We use a lot of assessor to get the data.
Connection between classes. OOP concept used in EPMS mini project have inheritance. Inheritance is a class. Child class can extend under the class parent class by inheriting its features. Implements the dry, don't repeat yourself programming principle. Improves code reusability. Multi-level inheritance is allowed in Java. A child class can have its own child class as well. Multiple inheritors are not allowed in Java. A class can't extend more than one class. Aggregation. One-directional association has a relation between two classes. Only one class is depend on the other. Composition. A restricted form of aggregation. Represent a part of relationship on each other. Both classes are dependent on each other. If one class ceases to exist, the other can survive alone.
In EPMS mini project, we also use abstract in allowance class. Abstract is a non-access modifier in Java applicable for classes, methods, but not variables. It is used to achieve abstraction, which is one of the pillars of the object-oriented programming, OOP. This is our unified modeling language. Our UML have 4 classes and 1 main method to run the program. Attendant class is composition to employee class. Project class is aggregation to employee class. For allowance class, this class is a superclass for the attendance class and also the project class. Projects inherit to the allowance class as a subclass, and also attendance inherit to allowance class as a subclass. Here is the list of formulas that we use to evaluate the employee performance inside the EPMS system. We have the formula for bonus, overtime paid, on-leave balance paid, total project allowance paid, total attendance allowance paid, total MC allowance deducted, and also total additional paid off end year.
Functionality of the employee performance management system. The firstly is run and compile. Main function is employee run. It is my example previously. Then the right now test employee.java. Second, administrator can in information as following below. A, full name of employee. That means insert the all name for student, basic salary of employee. Full name of employee. And then second, basic salary of employee, medical leave applied, medical leave allowance, total project involved this year, total attendance this year, on leave balance to be paid off, on leave balance allowance to be paid off. And then we can see here the right side, we can see result will be display information as below: employee name, basic salary, bonus, overtime paid, on leave balance paid, total project allowance paid, total attendance allowance paid, total MC allowance deducted, total additional paid off end year.
Now, let's see how the sequence of implementation for the EPMS mini project system. For number 1 and number 2, what we need to fill is we need to fill the full name of employee. Number 3, we need to key in the employee basic salary. And number 4, we need to key in medical leave applied for that year. For the sequence number 5 is medical leave allowance. The rate for this allowance is decided by management team. Number 6, total project involved this year. Number 7, project allowance this year. This one also decided by management team. Number 8 is a total attendance this year. This one refer how many days the employee come to work for that year. For the number 9, attendance allowance this year. The rate for this year is also decided by management team. Number 10, on-leave balance to be paid off. Number 11, on-leave balance allowance to be paid off. The rate is follow what already decided by management team. And number 12, total hours overtime paid off this month. The rate for overtime paid will follow the previous month for the year. After we fill all the information that need by EPMS mini project system, we can get the result on the screen like this. Besides that, we also print the result in the text file. The format inside the text file will follow date timestamp, and if you try to get more than one employee information, it will follow the sequence 1 to n employee.
I'm going to explain our project code. So this one is the main class. Our main class name is employee. So this one we are declare two variable for this class, name and salary. We are using string data type, and this one is a double data types. This one we are this is a relationship attending classes and project class with the employee class. So this one is our class constructor. We pass the attribute for this class, and this one is the object that we declare here and we pass here. So this one is assessor, this one is attendance object assessor, and also this one here. This one we do some calculation for bonus and to get total of bonus, total balance and total performance here. This one we the method to display the output. So next class is allow. Allow class is our abstract class here. This one is a private attribute. This one is the abstract method that we'll be using in our subclass. This one is a constructor for this class, and also this same here to get the value get value from our main function from here. Yeah. So for this one our next class that extend with allow class here. This class only have one attribute with the int data type. We pass the value here for superclass constructor. So we follow same value based on here. So this one is the attribute for this class, and get to the project. This one is the calculation, and this one is the abstract function from superclass that declare here. So we just put the output that we want to display. So the next class also extend from allow the attribute for this class, and this one is also constructor from our superclass, and this one is the attribute for this class. This one is our calculations for get the total balance allowance, total MC allowance, total leave balance. So this one is our assessor also. We put some of condition here. We give the value for attribute OT. If the OT more than less than equal of 50 hours, so we pay the OT for 50 ringgit rate. And this one, if OT is more than 50, so we pay 100. So this one is the abstract method from superclass. So we put the output that we want to display, same like a project class. So this is a void main method here in test employee class. We import some of class here that provide from Java, Ocean Paint, Pyrider, and so on. So we open try here for our to get the error based on exception here. We have 3 exception here. This one is if file that we get is not found. If this one is also same function to get to, but this different task. Yeah. So here we declare a release here as a data, and this one is to read file from allow read. We are using scanner and file reader. This is some attribute that we declare in this class. We are using while loop. So this one is in attribute for this one. For we get the we want to read the value in allow read txt. So we use the hash next method. So the function will be read the next line, and next line. This one is type for the first value that found. So we put into type attribute, and this one is for second attribute. So we put is amount str, then we convert to integer here. So this one our conditions. So once the type is equal to MC, then we add the data on first index. So also same here. So we have 0 index, 1 index, 3 index, and 4 index. So we declare scanner again here. So this one is our first question that asks user to put the value, how many employee they want to key in. So we convert the value we got here to int. So this one is a array. We give a size based on user input here. So and we loop. So if the user put 2 here, so we loop 2 times here. The question will be asked 2 times to user. So this one our questions. Question here, and then we call attendant class and pass the data to this object. This one is data is a name that we put for our array list. So we call for MC allowance. So MC allowance we already put in the 0 index. So that's why I'm called for 0 index first, and this one is the allowance for first index, and so on, and also same here. Then we pass this object to our other object, employee object. Then we pass here and store in array. So this one we try to get the time stamp for current time for using for our naming file here. We give the name based on this timestamp, this one. So this one is a function for we want to write the text in this file. For our this case, we want to write the file with our output. So we call we use as a loop. Then we call the first index and second index based on the how many time loops. So once all the tasks done, we give a notification that report have been regenerated. So after all the output have been write in our file, then we close that function.
As a student who is looking for and needs knowledge of computer science, OOP is an important subject for us to deepen our programming knowledge as well as the technicals needed to make us experts in this field. With the emphasis given in a OOP method has given us a good understanding to continue in the field of computer science in depth. The result of this mini project have given a picture that OOP is very important for us to design and create a systematic program based on the method learned in OOP. The Employee Performance Management System was created to facilitate employers in evaluating the performance of employees fairly and equitable. This is our first program for OOP subject, and it is a start for us to create new programs that are more competitive in the market and in the future. For programming, we have learned 3 languages: programming, NALI, C language, C++ language, and Java language. As a result, many techniques we have learned, especially OOP method. Special thanks to Dr. Zuriani binti Ali Shahs. We are truly appreciate you and your time spent to teach us in many ways about OOP language for this semester. Thank you very much for the course and high commitment in give the new knowledge OOP method in Java language. Thank you.